Hello everybody. This is hopefully the beginning of a new journey for me and my flower business. I don't know, lots of you who are following me already, I'm sure you know me. I'm Dawn Bibby. I have been on Shopping TV in the UK for 30 years this next year, sharing my love of crafting with all of you. And in the last few years I've actually gone into flowers, wreath making, floral arrangements, and I absolutely love it. And I just love decorating my home, bringing the colour inside instead of getting flowers from the supermarket or a florist and them dying after a week. Actually having beautiful flowers. You can see a few just behind me up above. I'm in my rather messy craft studio at home at the moment, and we're in the middle of moving everything and changing everything around. But I just wanted to come on today because I have started to put products on it on my TikTok shop. Primarily it's all the wreath kits, not all of them, a smattering of wreath kits. And I thought that today I would make one of the wreaths. So hopefully lots of new people might fancy a go at doing real life wreath making. Now this is the first live I've done on here for a long time. I did one a while ago and I can see that Mrs. Jolly has joined, Holly, Eddie, Sheila, a number of different people are joining, so forgive me because it's my first live. I'm not even sure. I wanted to tag the products and I don't even know how to do that, so any help is appreciated. I'll try and tag afterwards, I'm not sure. Hi Lanny and Sheila and Patricia, thank you for joining me. It is the first proper live that I've done where I'm going to be crafting on here. I've done a couple of other lives in the past but never been crafting. So the TikTok shop is up and running. I'm hoping it's all set up correctly so people can order. All of my products though are on dawnbibby.com. So I have a website with everything up running. I also sell lots of products on Create and Craft TV shopping, but I've just really set up the TikTok shop and loaded some of the kits. So if I can show you, I'm going to show you a few of these little Mini Willow wreath kits that I do. This is the pink rose. This is $14.99. It is a kit. It comes with the instructions on how to make it. It's on a little willow base. These are 10-inch bases. You can make any of these wreaths I'm going to show you in an evening. That one's obviously got a little bit dropped off. You need a hot glue gun. You're going to need either wire cutters, see through here, wire cutters, strong scissors, and a hot glue gun. That's all you'll need to be able to do it. Everything else comes with it. This is the little lilac gerbera one, which these are all the bestsellers that I'm showing you. This one is also $14.99 for the complete kit. And I think the postage on TikTok is incredible. On my website it's $3.99 if you spend up to £45 after that free. So I know TikTok are doing some incredible deals that I don't seem to be able to control. This is a designer one, so these are anemones. These are much more expensive, so this is $17.99, but it is rather beautiful. But today we are going to do this, which has been one of the top sellers, which is the pink roses and lilac. So it's just Mini Willow wreath kit. Pink lilac is this one, and it's only $13.99. Now I'm going to try and flip this. I'm going to turn this down so you can see it, and I was hoping that I can get it up, because when I do Facebook lives that I do every single week, I can go on to where have I put my glasses? I can go on to TikTok and I can see the live happening, which I can't seem to see here. Can anybody advise me how you do this? Because I want to see the live, then I can see what you're seeing. So this is the first time I'm doing this. If there's anybody there that can advise me, I was hoping that it would come up as live on my page and that I can also watch it, but nothing is coming up and I don't know why. I'm gonna have to have a chat with Sally Jacks, who is a lovely lady who does lots of TikTok lives. Maybe Sally can tell me, but it's not coming up on here, so I thought it would come up and then I would be able to see what you can see, but that's not happening. Hi Julie and Snuffle and Lils and Kimberly and Susan, hello. Hi Josie as well, lots of people joining me. Hi Joe Jarrett, hi. This is my first live and I really wanted to be able to make this wreath live for you. I would be really grateful to help me if you wouldn't mind sharing this live, to like it obviously, and share, invite more friends along, because it is the first one. I can't even see. I have to get used to this completely. I don't know how many people are watching. I don't see where that actually is. This is the first one. I've really got to get used to all of this, so I am not sure. Somebody wants to come live to me. No, we're not doing that, sorry. No, for now I'm going to try and get into making this wreath, because I really want to show it to you. But I thought it would come up to say that I was live, like I am on Facebook, and that I could watch it as well myself on my page on my phone, because this is on my iPad. Oh, what was that? No, it's not even coming up. I would have thought it would have come up on story. Can anybody tell me? Hi, Lorraine. Lorraine, how can I see? I've gone onto my TikTok page and I thought it would have come up to say that I was live, like it does on Facebook, but it's not, because I want to be able to see what I'm doing. Anyway, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to turn this camera down so that you can see my work table here, and hopefully you'll be able to see me making this wreath. So I'm just going to try and bend it down a bit. You won't be able to see me though. Right, so we have got the willow wreath base. We also have this little bunch of beautiful pink roses. In the kit, you're getting the pink roses. You're also getting the ranunculus, and you are getting this baby's breath. All of these flowers are available individually on joanbibbey.com. We're going to pull off all of these lovely blooms off here. Just take them off the stalks. We don't need them on the stalks. And then that can go in the bin, or if you do other flower arranging, you might want to keep it. Lorraine has just sent me a link, so hopefully it says open TikTok to watch this live, but it's still not coming up. I don't know why. It won't let me see it, Lorraine. It just says you cannot watch this. I don't know. Maybe because I am live on the other one. I don't know. It says you can interact with us. It can't watch live on this device, it says. Why not? Because I'm on the other on it. I don't know. Do not know why. I'll have to figure that one out afterwards, won't I? Right, so we're going to separate all of this. So our little foliage bundles, and this is where you need strong scissors. These again are on my website. They cut through all the wires. They cut through. I normally have my own pink range, but unfortunately they're not available at the moment. But you can also use wire cutters. If you've got any wire cutters, if you do jewellery making or you do wreath making already. So we're cutting all of those bottom bits off. So we've got these grasses individually. I'm going to leave these two on the stalks just as they are at the minute. I'm going to take the really heavy bulbous ends off them. These I'm going to cut down a little bit. Sometimes I like them to be a bit more 3D, so I'm not going to touch those just now. So you can see just stripping this down, we've got 4 roses. We've got the 3 stalks of hydrangeas. These leaves I want individually. So I'm snipping into there. So take all of those, so we've got them on their own, like so. Now these little bits we can get rid of, they can go in the bin. I'm just going to push them back there for now. So I've got these little kind of sprigs of berries. I've got my flowers. I'm going to put those there. My leaves are going to come at the back because they're it's staying right back there. Ranunculus. Ranunculus is a fabulous extra flower which I use in so many of the wreaths because it's so pretty, so simple. We do have them in different colours, but we use the ivory a lot because it's just nice to kind of balance things off for you. All of these, the little baby's breath, and we might want to cut these down into like the little individual sprigs. They're more useful using them that way, and you're getting a lot more. You've actually got 2 little stems of these, but saying that, you might only need 1. You might not want to put all of them in the wreath. And of course, I'm just going to do 1 for now. If we go back and just have a look at the wreath, because this is what we're making, and I think, I don't know whether you're that way around now, obviously we're turned reverse. On Facebook again, I can flip it. I have to learn if we can do that on here yet. So this is what we're making. Now we could do it differently. This is kind of all focused around the bottom. We could separate. Sometimes I like to do a bit down here and a little bit at the other side, or I like to go all the way around. You could potentially do that because you're getting loads and loads of flowers here. Now, I also really like to use this particular hot glue gun, which is on my website. I will add it to the TikTok shop as well. It is the hot melt glue gun. It's on as Dawn's favourites if you go on dawnbibi.com. It has much bigger glue sticks, which means that I don't have to keep changing my glue stick. It does get very hot. You can burn yourself, do be careful. But it also allows you to pump out more glue, give you a much better finish in my opinion, and faster for you to work. You're not messing around waiting for the glue stick to melt down again. When it's small glue sticks, it just takes forever and a day. Right, the first thing that I like to do, obviously you want to work on a surface. I've got a craft sheet here, so it's not going to burn my table or damage it. If you have done this, or you're doing this for the very first time, do a little layout. So the great thing about willow wreaths is you can position your flowers into here where you think you might want them. They kind of hold. Most of the places they will hold because the stalk actually allows them to stick in between. So we can choose where we're going to put them. We can have a rough idea. I am going to do this one different because the other one is in kind of across the bottom. I'm going to do this so that it's focused over two areas. I'm going to roll with it just because I'm confident and I've got an idea what I'm doing already. I'm going to put hot glue at the back of here, quite a bit of hot glue as you can see, and we want that to hold that one in place. Sometimes I'll position them and squeeze the glue in so that it will actually just hold it there. You see, just pop that glue around the base of it so it's going to stick there for me. Incidentally, when you do get your flowers, if they're looking a little bit crushed, I'm afraid that's the post. It's the way they're stored and posted. You can blast them. If you spritz them with water first and blast them with a hairdryer, they will kind of reform. So please don't worry and think, oh, these are not good because they're squashed a bit. It is just the way that they come into us, the way that one's a bit squashed. You can see that one's just playing with. Normally, if you play around with them, they come back to life. Now, I have got here 2 lots of ranunculus. So if I'm going to work with these ranunculus, and I've split this across into 2 now, we want to kind of build them around. So we're going to maybe I'll go this way, come to this side here, and it's going to be kind of balanced. I don't always like them to be so symmetrical, purely and simply because they're not. I mean, nature can be symmetrical, absolutely, but the wreaths, you're going to play around with it, make it look a little less. You want it to be more fluid, if you get my drift. So I'm going to work up here, pop that into there. We're going to fill in between, so don't worry if it's not looking quite as good as we'd like it to. We're going to fill it in between them afterwards. Using them down at the bottom altogether is great. It probably gives you a bit more consistency, but let's see how this works. Just to change it up, I just thought we'll change it up so you can see 2 different ways of using exactly the same wreath kit. Make it look a bit different there. Build this in down here. So we've got our main flowers in now up there. We've got all the little flowers and we've got these. These are going to be the last bits. Let's have a look now. Let's build some of the leaves in around here. Leaves in around here. That's my Lancashire accent coming out, isn't it? And down here at the bottom. I cannot see any comments, I'm afraid. I will have a look afterwards because I need to figure out how I can watch this at the same time as crafting away, because right now I'm just on my iPad and I am on my iPhone and it's not letting me view it because it says I'm using it obviously to go live, which doesn't help at all. Doesn't help me at all. Right, I want to split these leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 leaves on either side. And you can all still see what I'm doing, can't you? You can see over here. If anybody has got any questions, do leave your questions there, and I will go through this afterwards. And I'm sure actually Lorraine, who does help me quite a bit on my lives over on Dawn Bibi Creations Facebook page, is here with us. So I'm sure if she sees any questions, anybody wanting any advice, she will answer I'm sure she will, because she is there keeping her eye on things. I didn't tell her I was going live. I've just done this off the hoof. Just simply thought, you know what, I'm going to do this. I've kept saying for ages I'm going to start doing TikTok lives. I do lots of Facebook lives, but so many people saying to me, TikTok is the future, everybody's on TikTok. So I thought, okay, it's time that I was on TikTok doing a little bit of crafting. So I do, obviously, I'm more known for my paper craft, a lot better known for paper craft. You might have seen me on QVC. I was there for 18 years. I was the resident craft expert at QVC, and then I left to join Create and Craft. I think that was about, I don't know if it was 2012 or 2000, yeah, I think it was about, I don't know if it's 2012 or 2010. I can't quite remember, I'll be honest with you. I think it was 2010 that I first went to Create and Craft. So I've been there on that channel on and off since then, because I did then go off and join the craft channel in London, which unfortunately went into administration. That was another horror story. But then I was at Hochanda, and then I left Hochanda, went back to Create and Craft, and then Hochanda bought Create and Craft. One of these days I'm going to write a book on shopping TVs, but they probably can't publish it until I've popped my clogs. There'd be too much information, I think. But it's coming. It should be in the offing. Should be in the offing. Right, all of these beautiful little baby's breath, I just literally bunch them together, put a little bit of glue on the base, and then just push them into the willow. It isn't a lot of work to do this. It's nice and simple, but this kind of makes it fluffy, if you get my drift. It fills it out, often called gypsophilia or baby's breath, fillers, and they're a filler. So meaning they fill out your designs, they make them look fuller, they bring more detail into them. I think it just gives it that really fluffy finish. If you look at that side now here, and we've not finished yet, compared to that, it looks much better. So the lilac flowers are really bringing another feature into it, and we've nearly used all of them from one side, which you can see is why I put 2 bunches in here. Now if you wanted to keep it really light, then you don't need to go into that second. And we've nearly used all of them from one side, which you can see is why I put 2 bunches in here. Now if you wanted to keep it really light, then you don't need to go into that second tag on there afterwards. But if you go on to Dawn Bibi TikTok shop, it should be there. You can click on it, you can purchase, or you can go to my website dawnbibi.com, and you can add shop with us there. And there are lots more kits. In fact, we have got 25% off all artificial flowers and the kits on dawnbibi.com at the moment too. So if you pop over there, you're going to see a lot more of these kind of products. I'd love to know if you're enjoying the video. I'd love to know if you would like to see more of these, or what sort of things you would like to see, what sort of flowers. I think that was off there. No, it's not got to say on that. A stray one has popped up. So if I've got a stray one, we're just going to put a bit of glue and we'll just stick it on. Right, I'm going to move to the other side now over here and do the same over this side with these little stalks, and you can see how quickly this is now coming together. It is really simple. The trick is, of course, having that hot glue gun and not burning your fingers rather. I do actually have silicone little finger guards also on my website. I should perhaps add those onto TikTok as well. But this does make a beautiful wreath really quickly. Nice if you're going to make and sell maybe at craft fairs. Nice if you want to gift them. Just if you really want to do something for your own home that you've made that looks a little bit more special. We also have different colours in them. There are more colours. We've just done a purple one. We've also done recently, there is the grey one that's already on here. The teal one's available. That seems to be a popular colour too. So there's lots of different ones, and there are Christmas ones that I have to start loading and listing, because the Christmas obviously we're going to move into that season. If anybody's making and selling, then they're getting ahead and doing Christmas, because it is the biggest time of year. It's the time that people think about wreaths. Christmas is the time that everybody thinks, oh, I need to have a wreath on my door. In the States, they have, and I think probably lots of you from America might be watching this, which would be lovely. In the States, they do wreath making all year round. It is something that we are becoming more and more interested in, I think. I definitely have got a seasonal wreath on my door. I have got a wreath on for, in fact, it's just fallen off because my command hook has fallen down, and I want to get it back up because it looks so plain when I'm driving up to my house now, going past. It looks terrible. I need my wreath back up. But I also have them on my doors inside my house. With this, you could actually put a candle, a big cathedral candle in the centre of this, and have it as a table decoration too. There's nothing to stop you doing that, should you wish. Could be flat on the table. It is just a beautiful mini wreath for you to enjoy wherever it may be, and it's not going to die, it's not going to go out of fashion. If you do seasonal wreaths, then you could literally put this in a black bin bag, put it on the top of your wardrobe, bring it out next year, and it's going to stay in perfect condition. The last thing I'm going to do is add these little grasses in. So these little grasses and berries, again, just going to make it a little bit fluffier. Pop those in and work around, starting to kind of tuck them underneath all of the little leaves. Okay, so you're tucking them. You don't want to see the end of those stems. You just want, again, this to create a little bit more fluffiness. In fact, all of these little components too are really good. You've got little flowers here as well. They're really good for you to use on your card making. If you're a card maker, then they are just lovely behind. Maybe you die cut flowers and you do your own flower shaping, then you could use them in that way. Don't forget to add some of these in the centre area too. We're just kind of want to make sure that we've got that extra detail working around all of the wreath, not just one side or the outside of it. We're just taking these, and if you take it even at an angle like that and pop it in there, that's good too. You see the difference now. Again, that side's got the grasses, this side hasn't got the grasses. It's kind of cool actually that we've done it in two halves, because it means that you can see one detail where we have added all the bits and pieces, and then jump in to the other side too. So just a few more of these little grasses over this side. And how long has this taken me? Probably not even half an hour. You can make these wreaths quite easily in an evening. You can get a group of friends together around the table, craft at your own pace, maybe a glass of wine, and sit and have a go at making a beautiful decoration for your home. If you're fundraising for charities, then you can do that too. You can just make really beautiful decorations, share them with friends and families, or just keep them for yourself. Why not? Right, let's go around to the inside. Tuck this one in here. All these little strings that you're seeing of the glue, we can get rid of them after. You can blow over them with a hairdryer or a heat gun that you'd use for like embossing powder, and that will remove them. You can lift them off with that. Let's just go back around here because this is another little floral one, and I've got one more over here. Let's see where I want that one. I think I'm going to come about here and poke that into there. And then my final bits, I have got these three lovely, oh, one more there, lovely little hydrangea pieces, which just give it a little bit of extra oomph, and it will also give us kind of the flower crawling. If I leave them on these stems, see that little bit of glue there? I had to wait for that to cool, but then look, it peels off. So it just peels off. So we can now just poke in. Look, how easy is that? So now I want to get a bit of glue underneath there so it sticks. But I think that works well. So we're going to have that one poking that side, this one poking over this other side, so they kind of come in in tandem. And then I've got one more here, so let's just stand back. Another little berry. I've got a couple more berries if I want to put those in too. Might as well just fill it out. Just fill the whole thing out, get it all nice and feathery. And I love the fact that willow wreaths, you can just poke them in. You're just doing that little bit of poking and it's going to stay there and just look. Oh, so I keep finding them underneath the actual wreath. You don't have to use them all. You absolutely don't, but let's just go for it. And then I've got this one. Now, which do I want? Do I want one side top and one side bottom? I like it like that at an angle. So I like that we've got a section up at the top, a section at the bottom. I wouldn't do that. That doesn't work to me. I would hang it like that. You can put a ribbon or a bow on these, but because you've got all of this, normally if you've got a command hook or a hook on your door, you just poke it in between there. So I don't bother attaching anything. I think I'm going to kind of just dig it in somewhere here. My last flower. If it lets me dig in. Find the right place. Twist it round because we want the flowers. That'll do. And then I'm just going to drop some glue into there. And I'm done. I am done. Right, so all these little glue strands here, I think it's kind of, you know, when we were kids and we used to put glue, like epoxy glue on our hands, and you'd kind of roll it like this to get it all off. I think that's the thing with the actual glue strands. They're a little bit like spiders' webs that form across it when you're using a hot glue gun. And it's kind of, the thing is getting them all off afterwards, but you can absolutely blast it with a hairdryer, quite a hot hairdryer, hot setting of a hairdryer, or a heat gun for your embossing powder, and it melts them down. They just kind of disappear. But that will do for me. That will do for me. And again, if you've got a little bit of hot glue where you don't want it, just wait for it to cool. You see a bit there, and just peel it off. That's all you need to do. Flip those around because we want them facing the right way. My wreath is done. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? I don't know how long it took me because I don't know what time I came on. I'm going to bring you back up to me. Hello. Use it round candles. What do you use round candles? These are perfect for you to, if you want to, put them on the table, table centerpiece, and put a cathedral candle in the second. Obviously, you want a candle that's actually in a glass that you are burning, because this is willow. It's kind of a form of wood. So you don't want a naked candle. You want or a battery operated candle. That would work perfectly as well. I'm just getting the rest of these glue strands off. But it is a perfect table centerpiece, a decoration. Or you hang it on your door, or in your lounge, in your home, wherever you would like to put it, you can absolutely do that. These are natural products, so you do get the odd willow like this, and just chuck it back in at the back. It's fine. But you can see there, that one I have spread across the wreath. This original one was just at the bottom, and we could have put a bow on top of it. What do you think? Which do you prefer? Which do you prefer? They're both lovely, aren't they? They are both lovely. So this one, as I said, is on TikTok shop now. It's $13.99 for the kit. I will try and tag it. I don't know if I can, but I'll try. Because this is my first proper live where I'm showing you a product and demonstrating, so I'm not quite sure how to tag yet. I will learn as I go along. There are a lot more wreaths on the TikTok shop. There are also, and it's at Dawn Bibby TikTok shop, there are also a lot more on my website, which is dawnbibby.com. This is the other one. This is $14.99, which is the beautiful rose one. This is more expensive. The grey anemone is $17.99. It's more expensive flowers. And then you've also got the lilac gerbera. Those are just some of the mini wreaths that are on the TikTok shop, but there are tons more on my website. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you think. If you would like to see more, then I would love to hear from you. If there's anything specific that you would like to see me create, then let me know too. because this is all new to me. TikTok Shop is new to me. I really just feel that it's perhaps the way of the future now. I do lives on Dawn Baby Creations, which is my Facebook page. Oh, Lorraine's saying it's been about half hour. Half hour, that's perfect. Perfect. So do have a little look, please. Bob over to my Facebook page. Let me know on TikTok what you would like to see. Have a look at my website, dawnbaby.com, and check out my TikTok shop. Thank you very much for your company, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Please like and share it with your friends. I would love to get more people watching and letting everybody know that I'm here on TikTok. I'm going to try and bring you more demonstrations, ideas, and inspirations. Now, how do I finish this video? That's the next thing. Glasses back on. Let's see. Where does it say end? How bad is this? What do you do now? Where do we go now? More? Do we go on to more? This is, I did one the other week and then it wouldn't let me. I didn't know how to. Oh, now I found flip camera. Mirror your video. Aha. Mirror your video. Mute microphone. Pause live. Settings, live gifts. Oh, I found something anyway. That's down at the bottom there. Shop. Let me see. Before we go off, let's see. Add products that you can feature in your live videos. Oh, are you supposed to do this while you're live? No, now I've moved off. I've moved off. Oh, no. No, I don't know how to do that. How do you turn off then? Really enjoyed it. Thank you. I'm getting loads of guys asking if they can join me. I don't want people joining. No, thank you. I don't know. Do you press just the thing up at the top? I don't know what to do. Look for next. What does that mean? Enhance. So I can do an enhance, can I? Effects. I can have an effects. I can have music. I can have background. No, I just want to stop it. I've got a little button at the top. Let me see what that does. End live. I found it. Thank you, everybody. Bye bye.